It's semi-final day in the ISSA Digital Manning Cup. Today, 4 will become 2. 1 to come from this contest featuring Wolmers Boys and St. Andrew Technical. It is 27 degrees Celsius. We already have rain. Not the preferred choice, but sometimes it does add to the spectacle. The dream of every institution that enters this competition is to one day lift this prestigious trophy. These boys provide hope of doing exactly that, and the hope is that this will be the penultimate and not their last walk for 2019. It's been 25 years since Wolmers last won the Manning Cup, but here they are again in one of the most critical matches on that journey. Once again filled with hope that this could be their year. How about STATHS? They haven't won it since 1987. That's 32 years ago. They're in the last 4 for the 3rd straight year. For the first time, thrusted into the favourites role. How do they handle it? Desires collide, but for one of these, desire will turn to disappointment, and for the other, it will be one more step to the ultimate prize. Yours truly, Ricardo Chambers and Dwight Jeremiah, to guide you through semi-final 1 of the ISSA Digital Manning Cup for 2019.
Yes, Ricardo, it's a day where, for me, it's a very exciting day. I can just imagine the players getting ready to start this first semi-finals. And for sure, it's a desire of every player to be at this stage of the competition. And I would want to feel the same way that the coaches would also desire. These are the games that you want to be on the sidelines and navigating your troops through a difficult game. And I expect it will be difficult for both teams, but exciting because these two teams have very potent weapons in their armors, in their arsenals.
As usual, the ISSA president Keith Wellington leading the official part of the meet and greet with the players and officials. Wolmers led by their captain Shamor McLean. St. Andrew Technical led by their captain Stephen McQueen. This is a special moment for both teams. Audette Hamilton will take charge in the middle. Jesset Carr, the first assistant. Kamoy Reed, the second assistant. Nerissa Golson will be the 4th official for this semi-final.
Both these semi-finalists today will be putting their Manning Cup unbeaten record on the line because they have both just lost once this season, and they would want to make sure they push on.
St. Andrew Technical, a couple of changes to the starting team that beat Jamaica College by 2-1 in their last quarter-final encounter. Rushan McFarka, their number 9, who was out ill for that game, comes back into the team. Sakani Campbell, who came on as a substitute, is there as well. Watch out for the starman up front, Warner Brown, who has scored 8 goals this season. They have a potent attacking line that also includes Shamar Daly. As usual, the Philip Williams coach team will be operating in the 4-3-3 formation.
And this formation, we're going to be very critical of the 2 wide players up front and how well they can ensure that they give the width to a formation that does not carry natural width in the middle of the park.
Philip Williams has been here before. Has he ever been more confident? The Wolmers boys are confident as well. Just one change from the side that started in the 3-0 victory over Charlie Smith in their last quarter-final encounter. Rashane Thompson is in for the 15-year-old Javier Lynch. Watch out for Ronaldo Webster up front. Hasn't he been electric for them this season? Rivaldo Mitchell has also gotten into double figures in terms of goals scored. He has 13.
And with this formation again, we see them playing a 4-3-3 system. Very critical in it are the wing backs. So McCarthy and Matthews here for Wolmers going to have to do a lot of work going forward, providing a lot of the assist and giving a lot of attacking impetus to this Wolmers team.
Alex Thomas in the semi-finals of the Manning Cup with Wolmers. The battle begins. Wolmers versus St. Andrew Technical, two unbeaten teams in the Manning Cup, looking to move one step closer to the ultimate prize.
And in St. Andrew Technical, you have the best defensive record team in the competition, in all of schoolboy football for that matter. Very solid at the back, but they do pack a punch going forward.
Noel Walker sends the ball forward for St. Andrew Technical. Forcing Wolmers to defend early, but now they go on the attack. McLean, his cross picking out Mitchell. McLean spreads it left again for Orlando Russell. Russell with a teasing cross, but goalkeeper Ricardo Lang does well.
Already we see the front three for Wolmers linking up quite nicely, and as I just mentioned, STATHS with the best defensive record, but if that defense can be tested and breached, it's certainly this Wolmers team that can provide that threat.
So relaxed leading into the start of this encounter, Philip Williams. So much confidence he has in this bunch of St. Andrew Technical boys. Not as relaxed Alex Thomas, probably feeling a little of the pressure. He will want his boys to relieve that as quickly as possible. STATHS on the attack. Chambers' pass cut out. We saw against Jamaica College, St. Andrew Technical did not have most of the possession, but when they went forward, they were clinical.
As they're a team that can play the possession game, but they do have a very quick counter-attacking move, and that for STATHS starts all the way back with Leng in goal. He has a good serve out.
Their captain, Stephen McQueen, hasn't started in all games this season, but having lost his place in the starting 11, came back brilliantly in that JC match with a MVP performance and comes into this semi-final, no doubt, oozing with confidence.
He really didn't put a foot wrong in that encounter, and not surprised to see him installed in the starting 11 today. And we spoke about Leng being the starter of their attack for St. Andrew Technical.
Walker again sends it long. Good defending by Christopher Matthews. He wins it for Wolmers. Maketi sends it forward. Mitchell will win a free kick for his team.
We see Webster there. The last game we saw him as well. He was very, very busy all over the park. We saw him coming from deep there, and on that occasion, Mitchell upended an unfair way.
Noel Walker coming in with a really strong challenge.
And just keep your eyes on one Ronaldo Webster. Very good in the air, and if this one is served up, is a dangerous customer for these balls.
Free kick for Wolmers, headed towards the target. Ricardo Leng handled it well. You heard about him. Ronaldo Webster can't give him the room. Sometimes he creates it for himself.
Very good, and not surprised to see him winning that one there. Always anticipates very well. It's a very good header of the football. Wasn't an easy one, but still got it on target.
18 goals to his credit this season, Ronaldo Webster, the transfer from St. Elizabeth Technical, and he will be critical to their charge this afternoon.
I suspect he's given a free roll. You'll see him from deep a lot of the times. He doesn't mind that.
Dwayne Allen cleans up at the back for Wolmers. They're on their way again. Bernard. Mikel Riley wins a free kick in the center of the park. Walker sends it long again. Wolmers on their way. Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell does well. It's a cross in. Walker doing very well with the block.
That was a crucial block there from Walker, because had he not been in that position, and his positioning you have to give him credit for, good anticipation as to where the ball would have gone.
Wolmers with a bright start here in this semi-final.
Yes, they're the team on the front foot. They're doing the bulk of the attacking here, Wolmers. Like I said, they are a very potent team. Probably one of the best in terms of their attacking. They've scored over 60 goals so far this season.
McQueen with the throw. Webster has it for Wolmers. Good positioning on that occasion from Shamar Daly, stopping Webster from going forward.
And sometimes as a defender, that's all you have to do, and your job is complete, just to get the play to go backwards, and you would have done 50% of your work.
Campbell, Mario Campbell for St. Andrew Technical, goes wide for McQueen. The captain with the cross. Connell comes out to Mark Chambers. For Shamar Daly. The dangerous Shamar Daly has it for St. Andrew Technical. Here's a shot from Warner Brown. He too is very dangerous. They have quite a potent front three. And here's a long range effort. Good afternoon and welcome to the semi-final of the ISSA Digicel Manning Cup. Noah Walker with the long range effort. While it didn't test the goalkeeper, surely he would have taken notice.
And that's, you're talking about one of your centre backs coming that all the way up the field and getting a shot off. That is how St. Andrew Technical attack. They are a cohesive unit, so they're not stretching when they do attack. They come together and go forward as a unit. The transition is very good, so they remain compact as a team, and no doubt they retain that tag of being the best defensive team in all of schoolboy football.
Wolmers forced to defend. They do so well. Once they get the ball in midfield, just always seem to have space to operate. Oh, ball given away to Romario Campbell. Campbell does well to keep it in play. Needs some assistance, or does he? Wins a corner kick. First of the contest.
A very good move there from St. Andrew Technical. What they do so well is to try and bypass any press that is coming. They hit the ball long. They may not win that first ball, but they do so well, working hard for the second ball. And as I said, can be a very direct team at times.
Corner kick, 1-0. Stephen McQueen, the captain with a start of a lifetime, and St. Andrew Technical in front, 1-0.
Well, we spoke about the formation earlier and talking about the fullbacks being very critical in going forward and providing being a part of the attack. And here we have McQueen installed as the left back for today's game, and he's the one up front here. Big lad, good header there. It's a diving header. And on that occasion, Smith in goal. You know, someone may attest that he could have done better with that, going just over his hand, but give McQueen credit. Put himself in harm's way to get that header off.
The 19-year-old Stephen McQueen is used to scoring goals. That's his 7th this season. Tremendous header. Told you about St. Andrew Technical. They can soak up the pressure, but when they go forward, they are usually lethal.
Very lethal there. Their percentage in terms of attempts and converting to goals, I mean, must be very, very high. See it so often with them, and Coach Thomas there will have a lot to think about, but they've come from behind before, so he may not be so worried, believing in his charges and knowing that he has good quality on this pitch to be able to mount a comeback.
Surely there would have been nerves at the start of this one for Wolmers. It must be so much more now.
Yeah, they didn't come into this one as favourites, but still a lot expected of them because they have done well this season in the Manning Cup. But they will believe, they will continue to believe, this Wolmers team.
They have to think about the fact that they had a promising start to this, and maybe that goal even came against the run of play. Now they have to continue doing all the right things and continue to put St. Andrew Technical under whatever pressure they can.
You're quite right, Ricardo. They had not done much wrong, Wolmers, in this first opening 11 minutes or 10 minutes when the goal came. It just felt that maybe in the box there they could have done better in terms of trying to challenge McQueen on that header. But it was a good cross into the box.
Really was.
It's an inviting one, and McQueen didn't need a second invitation to get onto the end of it.
Walker goes long again, looking for Daly. I think Wolmers were appealing for the throw there, and I wonder.
You mean STATHS were appealing for the throw?
Sorry, STATHS appealing for the throw.
The way they went about it, they had a strong, if you're being pressured, they had a strong feeling. It was bad challenge there. We've seen worst persons come off very bad from challenges like that. On that occasion, it was Chambers who had all his studs into the ankle there of Webster.
Ronaldo Webster will be a strongly marked player this afternoon. They know his quality, they know how dangerous he can be. First yellow card of the game. It's happening.
And he felt that the challenge from Chambers also could have been deemed a yellow card offence based on the nature of it. Now we have Smith, Tyree Smith, given the yellow card, shown the yellow card here. Referee Hamilton. But we could have had 2 yellow cards in quick succession.
Yeah, Tyree Smith, a 19-year-old in his last season of... Well, actually, it's actually Davian Clark for Wolmers who got the yellow card. Wolmers. Oh, gets in on goal! St. Andrew Technical get it wrong at the back. And Orlando Rossa makes it level for Wolmers. 1-1.
As we said earlier, we felt Wolmers would not feel daunted by it. You feel they have confidence that they have the players on the park to be able to deliver. on that occasion, it was Russell. You really felt though that for STATHS they would be disappointed Walker to allow Russell to get back there and get that strike on goal, but he finished well across goal and didn't give Leng a chance.
Orlando Russell has had a brilliant season for Wolmers. His 8th goal of the campaign, to go with 9 assists this campaign. The young man who came across from Donald Quarry in 2018, having a fabulous season for the Hero Circle-based boys. We are level. Warner Brown dispossessed.
As I did say earlier, Ricardo, if there's one team that can test the resilience and the sturdiness of this St. Andrew Technical defense, it was going to be this Wolmers team, because, like I said, probably the most attacking when it comes on to number of goals scored in all of Manning Cup. Well over 60 goals in Manning Cup, and again, as we said, Coach Thomas didn't show any sign of frustration or nerves when he went a goal behind. That's because of what he has in his front three: Russell, Mitchell and Webster.
Wolmers got to the semi-finals of this competition in 2012, lost to St. George's College. Got to the final in 2013, lost to Jamaica College. Many felt they should have won the title that year. Was back in the semis 2014 and lost to Charlie Smith. And that was the final year. Ludlow Bernard, the now Kingston College coach, was in charge of that program. And then they were back in the final 2016, lost to Jamaica College again. Here they are once more in the last 4 with a chance to move forward. And you're being told that Orlando Russell, the goal scorer, got the yellow card for dissent.
At that moment, I tell you what, he probably don't mind, or not thinking about that too much, having scored the goal that would have leveled things up here. So often you've come to this stage of competition, semi-finals, finals, and it's a bit cagey and you don't get much goals. These two teams are going at it.
Bernard sends it forward, cut up, pushed further away by Michael Riley for STATHS. Wolmers building again, having a great time over on this left side. The flag stays down. Mitchell gets inside the box, lays it off for McLean. Shot from distance, wide of the target. Thought he should have done better with that, Deshaun Bernard. Just given the room to free that right boot.
It's just the technique that caused it to peel away there, just the outside of the instep there, and always was going to peel away to the right. Maybe a truer strike with the laces would have ensured that it stayed on course, on target.
World and Olympic relay gold medalist Michael Freighter in the stands, supporting his alma mater Wolmers. Campbell was looking for Rashawn McFarker, who didn't control well. Free kick for Wolmers.
McQueen there, wanting have the balls put between his legs, but Chambers not wanting to be further embarrassed, so he did all that he needed to do to stop the progress of Wolmers' attack.
Sakani Campbell away for St. Andrew Technical. Daly gets the throw. Oh. Smart move, but broken up. Chambers loses possession. Wolmers head forward. Well cleaned up by Tyree Smith. They've got to be careful of that man, Ronaldo Webster.
You see they're getting very physical with him as well, to get him off his game, get him frustrated.
.20 minutes, 2 goals, 1-1. Manning Cup semi-final, STATHS versus Wolmers.
And the evidence of things you feel Wolmers would want to think it's much deserved that they got that equaliser pretty early. They were the ones on the front foot, and may even feel too that based on the evidence of play so far, could have been in front.
Riley wins it in midfield. Campbell. Mario Campbell gets help from McQueen. His cross leaves a lot to be desired. St Andrew Technical stay in possession though with Shamar Daly. Daly has Christopher Matthews to beat. Goes for the cross. Comfortably headed away. Then Davian Clark bangs it into touch for a throw.
Apart from the quality that we know these two teams have, and we're seeing it on display, it's not short of effort and players really going all out in terms of being very robust in their challenge, and it's a good football match we have here.
Surely is, and a fine start to it as well. Romario Campbell again. Campbell loses out on that occasion. Walker wins it in the middle of the park for St Andrew Technical. Really venturing forward quite a lot this afternoon, Noel Walker.
It's very important here that the attack was stopped there by Farquhar, because, as you said, Walker well out of position. And he would want to atone. I think he was culpable on that goal scored by Wolmers. It allowed Russell to get in behind him, and he seemed to have had the advantage.
Another foul on Ronaldo Webster.
No surprise there.
Not allowing him much joy on the football. The Kingston College boys are already in the National Stadium for their semi-final later on against Jamaica College. 4 days after that epic penalty shootout. Headed on by Mitchell. Well dealt with by Ricardo Leng in goal. McQueen for Campbell, who is fouled. McKetty with the challenge. Free kick for St Andrew Technical.
And it was an easy call for the referee, always impeding the forward advances of Romario Campbell.
Noel Walker stands behind it for St Andrew Technical. Steps up and delivered a nice ball inside the box. Still in danger land. Forcing the 16-year-old goalkeeper Denzel Smith to dive away to his right. Off target. He looks like a 16-year-old.
Definitely looks so, but he doesn't seem to be. And I felt
Michael Riley with the shot, scored in that game against Jamaica College from a much closer distance though.
Yeah, and as I was about to say with Smith, seemed, as I said earlier with the goal, could have done better, you feel.
Mitchell on the left foot, decides to go for the shot. Ricardo Leng, as usual, in the right place at the right time, and ensures Rivaldo Mitchell can't get his 14th goal of the season, at least not yet.
At least not yet, but both teams trading blows here. It's end to end. We just saw a shot come off for Wolmers, and then for STATHS, and then Wolmers the other end. They themselves testing.
McQueen on the ball again. No, he loves to come forward, Stephen McQueen, but that side, that left side of the St. Andrew Technical defense has already been exposed, and he will have to be careful about how he ventures forward. Now Warner Brown. For Daly, looking back for Campbell.
You felt on that occasion Daly could have drove into the box, had a lot of space in front of him, and felt that the best option was for him to drive towards goal.
This one is fitting of a semi-final contest so far.
Most definitely not a cagey encounter.
Corner kick, St. Andrew Technical. This will be the second of the contest for them.
Goalkeeper Smith for Wolmers here will want to organize his defense in front of him to give him better protection than what we saw on the last time that STATHS were here taking a corner. That's the second one. This is the second one for them.
Shimmer Daly standing behind it. Daly with the corner kick at the near post, headed away, comes out to McFarka. Well, they seem to like these long range shots, but they're not quite going on target.
Well, that was much better from Wolmers dealing with the corner. Not that it was a very good corner anyway. Didn't beat the first obstacle that they put up.
Campbell, Romario Campbell, chipping that one forward. Almost fell to Warner Brown. Manages to get a shot off. And when this young man strikes it, they are usually powerful. Gets another corner for his team. Third of the contest.
Really like Brown. He's one that doesn't give up. He will fight to the very end, even if it looks like a lost cause on that occasion as well. And Brown, he really is that type of player. But you feel, had he gotten that one on goal and scored, Matthews would have been really disappointed with his defensive work there.
Shamar Daly with another chance at a corner. Warner Brown with another chance at a shot. This one is high, took no deflection. Will be a goal kick.
They don't want to give him much more opportunities. It doesn't take long to register a goal. Chance is given to him, Brown.
I'm just amazed at how powerful that right foot is.
Tell me, he's hit the back of the net a lot this season. It's a defender's nightmare, he is. He's technically a good player as well. He's always one that St. Andrew Technical can look to go direct to, even from their goalkeeper. Holds the ball up very well, does Warner Brown.
St. Andrew Technical have come on brilliantly in the last 3 years. Made the final in 2017, the semi-final last year. Before that, they had gone 4 years, or really 5 years, where they had only made it out of the first round once. That was in 2016, the year before they got to the final. Philip Williams has done a fabulous job with this unit.
So well he has done that they have been installed as favourites for the Manning Cup this season.
Wolmers may have something to say about that. And they have their first corner kick. Deshaun Bernard stepping over. 4 assists to his credit this season. Deshaun Bernard steps up with the right foot, delivers it to the back post. Webster has to run away from the target, and Shamar Daly shields him well.
Did very well, didn't give him a chance to get that ball under control, but no surprise that that corner kick went to the back post where Webster was.
Apparently not well enough, because they have another corner, their second.
Can we see that to the back post? Not for Webster to get onto it the first time. He'll get a second opportunity here. Webster and Wolmers to do something from the corner kick.
Corner for Wolmers, just past the half-hour mark. Well headed away by Tyree Smith. Back into Dangerland. And once again, the defense for St. Andrew Technical on point.
On point on that occasion. Again, we still feel about the goal conceded was sloppy, not expected of them.
Wolmers will feel they are very much into this semi-final.
And their display so far in the game has suggested that they're not daunted by the fact that they're up against the installed favourites. They feel that they can get by this STATHS team based on what they have displayed so far. Not afraid to go at them.
Both teams giving as much as they're getting. Shamar Daly dispossessed over on the far side. And then Hamilton will step in. Mark Chambers on the ground, in pain, needing assistance. It's actually McFarker, Rashawn McFarker, who is down. The 17-year-old, his first season with St. Andrew Technical. Rashawn McFarker coming across from Middlebrook High School and has done a fine job for them this season. Scored 8 goals, didn't play in their last quarter-final against Jamaica College because he had the flu, but he is back and hoping to make an impact in this semi-final.
It's a big player for them today, and he's showing no signs and he's suffering from anything. He has been about the park quite well. The sign he's showing is suffering from is that collision he has just encountered, but you suspect he'll be fine and will continue shortly.
Wolmers fans are here as usual. The Kingston College fans are early, and they will get more. They will get plenty, real plenty later on, as they try to continue the defense of their title. Free kick. Just checking to see if McFarker is gonna be fine.
Just ensuring there's no concussion at all, because as we'd have it, once there's any evidence of such, and the player is
not
allowed to continue.
Damien Howell there with him as well, Speed, the technical director of the Wolmers program. Also in charge of the Cavalier Football Club in the local Premier League. A club that believes in youth and has done brilliantly with it. Wolmers on the attack once more. And they'll have a free kick. Mitchell clipped. Tyree Smith the culprit. And another dangerous situation for the St. Andrew Technical defence to have to deal with.
Every time that Wolmers gets a chance to serve a ball into the box, it's something that will concern St. Andrew Technical. They know from set pieces Wolmers team can be very dangerous, so they have to stay concentrated and in good position and tracking all the way.
Deshaun Bernard standing over this free kick. Bernard steps up and delivers a good cross, but a little too close to goalkeeper Ricardo Lang, who is real quality.
Yes, that was just too close, and with the quality of Lang, I was expecting him to claim that one, and he did so well plucking it high out of the here just now on that occasion, because had he not done so, there was the likes of Thompson bearing down on goal.
Mitchell goes to the turf, but no fault of Tyree Smith on that occasion.
No, not at all. Mitchell might have just lost his footing. Very soft surface here.
19 years old, Tyree Smith. His last chance at Manning Cup glory. Joined this St. Andrew Technical program all the way back in 2015, having started his high school career at another inner city school, Tarrant High. McQueen did well. Now Romario Campbell looking for McFarker, who had already made the run, and the ball went behind him, but it's cleaned up by Michael Riley. Now they head forward again. Final pass takes a deflection and a throw.
The wide player is doing very well for St. Andrew Technical. You see a player down, might have a knock to the throat. You see evidence of it there. On that occasion it was McQueen who just not much in that. I don't think making the most of that, making a lot of it, so to speak. Not much seen on the evidence of the replay to suggest that he should be lying down and gesticulating the way he was.
Christopher Matthews sporting the number 22 for Wolmers.
You see a lot of those simulations and fields further afield, and maybe they copy some of it.
McQueen, St. Andrew Technical captain, with the throw for Campbell. Oh, Campbell does well, but still under pressure. McQueen wants the help, didn't go to him, and now Webster clears only as far as Mark Chambers. Chambers to Riley, and then Shamar Daly unable to get onto the end of that.
You felt McQueen just lost an opportunity there for St. Andrew Technical to get the ball into the box. Should have just played back. Campbell had two players in his back, and just needed to just play it off and just allow Campbell to serve it up in the box.
And allow McQueen to serve it up in the box.
Yes. Yes, McQueen on that occasion. And so often we see players just wasting energy when they have a player just in front of them to pass to.
Daly loses possession. Wolmers again. The goalkeeper comes early, and this time cleans up.
Did very well there. Leng anticipated, came off his line. Then allowed the ball back into the box for him to be able to use his hands.
Here's Campbell again. McFarker is in space, finds him. McFarker looking to slip it through for either Warner Brown or Amaria Campbell. Too much weight on the pass.
Yes, it was a very good idea though. That was the right pass on, but just the execution was too much weight.
St. Andrew Technical taking the lead. Wolmers responding, and so we're at 1-1 heading into the final 5 minutes plus whatever time is to be added on for stoppages in the first half.
Both teams will want to get the go-ahead goal going into half-time just to get the advantage. Brown there must have deemed to use his hands on that occasion, because I was just about to say that's what he does so well with the long ball upfield. Holds it up, and first touch normally is very crisp.
Walker under pressure from Webster. Comes out to Bernard. Bernard back to Webster. Keeper out of position. Walker did well at the back. That could have been problematic for St. Andrew Technical. Now they try to catch Wolmers on the break. The Wolmers defense standing tall though. Campbell is still going. Really good defending from Wolmers. Held their shape even when it seemed Campbell was looking to tear them apart.
Campbell was on his own but was really looking menacing on the run. But the defense, as you said, Ricardo, was well positioned and they shepherded him wide, always sending him away from goal. And you want your defense in there shifting to really affect that, and they did that very well on that occasion there. Wolmers could have been caught out. They not really positioned themselves well, but really kept sending him wide. It always was going to make it difficult for him.
Romario Campbell clearly loves the dribble.
Was badly outnumbered though on that occasion.
Passing is not his first option. That much we do know.
When you can do it well, can't fault him.
Mark Chambers. Tackled up by Christopher Matthews. Pokes it behind for a throw.
Because so often you see in these games where it's tactically well organized, both teams sometimes take some brilliance and dribble into.
Great turn by Daly, but couldn't get the left-footed cross in. Minutes to go before the half-time break. Still level at 1 apiece. Throw for Wolmers. Wolmers came out of that first round group with Jamaica College. Both of them in the semi-finals of this competition. Had 2 drawn results. Also had a draw with Vauxhall in the opening round, Wolmers. But by and large, they have been solid this season. STATHS need to be careful at the back.
They normally are, so expect them to come out of this one unscathed.
And they do. Was a mistake that cost them the first goal. They don't want another.
You have to give Wolmers credit there. They're really marshalling Warner Brown very well. Normally it sticks with him, but they've really been very tight on him, making it easy for him to roll the defenders as he normally does.
Michael Riley sends it forward. Warner Brown goes down.
And it seemed to be Davy and Clark who's doing a number on Warner Brown. Something clean down there for Wolmers. He has had a steady game in the middle of the park for Wolmers.
He stepped in with the challenge, the Wolmers captain. Half-time coming up. McLean with the free kick.
With us half-time approaching, you get the feeling both coach may feel comfortable with what they've seen. If anything, early in the game, Coach Thomas might have felt that Wolmers should have been ahead.
We're into 2 minutes of time added. St Andrew Technical looking to add pressure. Romario Campbell, what does he do on this occasion? The passing options are not many, and he does what he loves, then makes the pass. And the play broken down with Daly's attempt. And Wolmers once again cleaning up at the back. A minute to go in the first half. Walker goes long, looking for Daly. Timely challenge coming in from Dwayne Allen. And St Andrew Technical have their fourth corner of the first half, and what is more than likely to be their final.
And you suspect from this now, they're going to try and see if they can put men into the box and try and get the go-ahead goal for Wolmers. They must stay concentrated, must stay organised, and win that first and second ball. Because it's this stage of the game that you don't want to concede.
Shamar Daly with the corner kick. There's a long-range effort coming in. Comes out to Noel Walker. Sends it back at the top of the area, does Walker. Mario Campbell couldn't get it under his control. And Odette Hamilton says that's the end of the first half. A first half truly worth watching. The captain Stephen McQueen sending St Andrew Technical in front with a brilliant header. And Orlando Russell, the Wolmers number 11, equalizing on the break to leave the first half in this first semi-final of the ISSA Digicel Manning Cup at 1 apiece.
Well, first half, you have everything in it. You have goals, you have bruising challenges, and efforts galore. It's a good spectacle we have in this first half.
One half of this semi-final complete. Wolmers and STATHS are where they started. That's level. Now the battle will continue as the clock ticks closer to where a winner must be decided. The teams are about to take the field for the second half. It's still raining here at the National Stadium, and the officials led by Odette Hamilton retaking the field. And conditions will not get any easier, especially as it continues to rain.
Certainly not, but so far so good with the boys. We didn't see a lot of slippage in the first half from both teams. You get the feeling they feel like the conditions are not too bad for them to show off their quality. These two teams who have provided us with a good entertaining first half. In terms of what they need to do in the second half, we have a discussion, Ricardo, you feel like STATHS will have to just get the balance right in terms of attack and defense. Not, their two wing backs tends to go forward and be a part of the defense, the attack, sorry. And they're going to have to try and see how best they can better measure their marauding runs going forward, if not alternate in terms of not having both of them going forward at once, because we saw in the goal they were caught out somewhat.
They certainly were, and we've seen the captain, Stephen McQueen. He loves to go forward.
Nothing is wrong with that in the modern game. You expect the wing backs to really be a part of your attack. Just have to be more measured.
Indeed they do. Wolmers with Mitchell. Turns it back. Wolmers looking to start the second half the way they did the first. Webster is fouled. Has a free kick in a very promising position.
And he's the one taking the ball up to go at it, and it was just caught there. Webster just hit the ball a little there from Daly.
Ronaldo Webster, the vice captain of this Wolmers team. He will know the Wolmers technical director very well.
Well, yes, he carries his skill to the higher level in this country, and yes, Cavaliers for sure.
Webster there. Christopher Matthews was there as well, so is the captain McLean. Well, that's forgettable. It was Christopher Matthews with the shot.
Big anticlimax to what was expected there. So Webster with his stands there, you felt he would have gone at it, but didn't come up. But STATHS have to be careful as well. We saw it in the first half, and at the beginning of the second half here we're seeing again just giving up a little bit too much free kick around that penalty 18-yard box area. Too much for comfort.
Christopher Matthews has 8 CXC subjects. I wonder if geography is one of them.
His compass was not calibrated on that occasion.
Here he is, standing over another dead ball situation. Webster. Campbell wins it and slips it forward. This is Warner Brown now looking to play that quick 1-2 with McFarker. Sekani Campbell is taken down by Webster, has a free kick.
I guess he has been on the receiving end of so much of it today, Webster. He's just returning the favour.
Sekani Campbell didn't start in the last game against Jamaica College, came on as a substitute, gets a start this afternoon. Bounces favourably for Denzel Smith. Wolmers will have him for a few seasons to come.
It's one of the most critical parts of your team. It's really so specialised that you can take a defender and put into the attack, and you just have to have really good goalkeepers.
Bernard. Wolmers attacking with purpose. St Andrew Technical defending resolutely. The crowd appealing, but there was nothing in that.
No, in fairness, the player didn't seem to be interested anyway, didn't mount any appeal.
The drummers are setting in, and when that happens, the tempo and intensity tends to rise.
Feel any one of these teams are going to go ahead, but after, where is the tempo and intensity of their play?
Matthews. Remember that match against St. George's College for St. Andrew Technical? It was about 12 minutes of brilliance that turned it around from 1-0 down to 3-1 up. Shamar Brown was part of it. Wolmers have been steady all campaign. Stats. McFarker. Davian Clark says not today.
Yes, it just needs some quality in the final third. We know Stats, they do possess that. And as you mentioned earlier, Wolmers will be mindful that when they get their chances, they'll have to take it. Because in the Stats team, there's so much quality that it doesn't take the entire game for them to be doing very well. But just a moment or moments in the game, and they're very clinical, as we mentioned much earlier. When their chances come, they tend to take them.
This is what a semi-final should be all about. Everyone should have to work, including the coaches, with body and mind.
Yes, this is where they earn their due. Coaches make or break their names.
Trey Salmon is off the bench, the assistant coach for Stats. The Wolmers going forward. Webster loves the attempt.
That was a good attempt there to set him free, Webster.
Webster trying to put Sakani Campbell under pressure. Campbell eases away and finds Michael Riley. Romario Campbell now. Can he get around Ty McKetty? No, he can't, but he has some help. They eventually give the ball away. Comes to Rashane Thompson. Thompson battling with McFarker. Stats win it. With Warner Brown now. Warner Brown is triple teamed. And the attack breaks down for Ty McKetty to clear. It wasn't a great clearance, but he gets away with it.
Give Wolmers some credit here. They have really done a number on Warner Brown. Haven't given him much room to operate. When he does get a little room, then he's quickly closed down.
It's amazing how Warner Brown, Romario Campbell are often double and triple teamed, and they still can't find passes.
It's one of the things where the coaches would have done their homework and really drill on the training ground, where you have competitiveness, and so it becomes muscle memory that you get out there and you pay attention to the good players. So often coaches are a bit naive and you just feel like they don't want to give too much attention to a player. I mean, you recognize quality where it is and you do what you have to nullify it.
But when you do that, opportunities for others, and that's where Stats might have to look now.
Most definitely. And I've so often I've coached quality players who I see them sometimes when they're frustrated and being marked out. They tend to turn to their other players and say, look, you need to step up to the plate. I mean, I'm creating space. You need to step up and use those space.
McKetty pokes it away for St. Andrew Technical throw. And the captain Stephen McQueen and goal scorer for St. Andrew Technical. Trying to inspire his team to a second Manning Cup final in 3 years. We've seen this before. Early goals. And it's been a rather lackluster start to the second half. As Mark Chambers tries to go forward. He's stopped. Odette Hamilton will have none of it.
Yes, just trying to ensure that this game does not get out of hand early on. You look at the foul committed by both teams into double figures, and she will want this one to get out. Yes, Ricardo, so often you've seen teams, they trade blows early in the game and let them feel each other's weight of punch.
Matthews with a long ball looking for Mitchell. Falls favorably. The shot blocked. The long ball coming in from Christopher Matthews. Orlando Russell, the goal scorer, with the final shot, found Tyree Smith in the way.
Critical block there from Smith, because you feel so close with so much power. You wonder if goalkeeper Smith would have been able, goalkeeper Leng would have been able to react in time to really keep that one out. Vital intervention there from Tyree Smith.
The first bit of real excitement in the second half. Still level.
As the game we're on, we expect it to become more cagey because there's so much on the line. There's a spot in the finals, chance to lift coveted trophy. So as such, we expect that these players will again go into their shell somewhat, or just play a little bit more cautious.
The drums are rolling in. I wonder what color they are. Believe me, it's not white or cream.
And I understand what you're saying. To understand particular color will get those drummers drumming. They will respond to only one color.
STATHS. Warner Brown slips it wide, gets it back under pressure. Three around him and he lost possession. Now Wolmers on the counter. What can they make of this? Looking for Mitchell. Didn't control it well. And danger averted by the captain McQueen. That will always be an option. Catching STATHS on the counter. STATHS so often this season brilliant in that department. Wolmers making it very difficult this afternoon, almost always keeping numbers at the back.
And definitely they know that STATHS, a very good team on the counter, do not want to cut numbers down.
Deshaun Bernard, he's had a good game. Final pass looking for Mitchell, not a great one. Too much pressure put on the football on that occasion. And it fell into the path of a STATHS player.
Shot of McLean there, like I said, have been having a steady game. Final pass though, he just tried to execute, was not done properly.
Dwayne Allen covers well at the back for Wolmers. Warner Brown almost wide, showing some tenacity.
And so often we've lamented when we don't see a lot of goals in games or a lot of goal mount activities, and we're saying that then the attackers need to be more crisp in their final passes and have more offensive ideas flowing through them. But we have to give credit to the defensive organization of both these two teams here on the park. They've pretty much been nullifying each other once it gets into the final third.
Michael Riley coming in with the challenge on Deshaun Bernard. And a corner coming up for Wolmers. Will be corner kick number 4 for them. And Riley gets a yellow card.
Yeah, that one was from behind and he was late. So with those recipes for a yellow card.
Approaching the hour mark. Deshaun Bernard with the corner kick for Wolmers boys. Bernard steps up and delivers a high ball away from the target, headed back in looking for Mitchell, who got a header onto it, and behind for a goal kick.
It's a good testing corner in the mixed zone there, right? Much about the penalty. I went to the back post, got back inside, and I think Wolmers did as best as they could to keep it alive. Not much for them to cheer about at the moment, but nonetheless, keeping their eyes on the action. It's that sort of game which keeps you interested all the way.
1 hour out the way. Nerves will start to set in, you know.
They wouldn't want to go to penalties because that's where the nerves will be unsettled.
Wolmers on the attack. Free kick. Riley, he's already on a yellow card. He has to be careful.
And I think that's what referee Hamilton is telling him there. Must be very careful. It was very late. Maybe if he was not on a yellow, maybe she would have been obliged to give him another. But the ball might have been just running away, and maybe she took that into consideration on that occasion.
Deshaun Bernard for Wolmers has been quietly having a fabulous game so far. And there he was, winning another free kick.
And those free kick around the STATHS penalty or 18-yard box, mounting. And you feel Wolmers will want to make one of them count.
Shamor McLean. High over the top. The Wolmers captain, the Wolmers number 10, couldn't get it on target.
And Coach Thomas there, you could see that he knew it was a glorious opportunity to test goalkeeper Leng. It's an opportunity missed there, and they have not done so well with the free kicks that they've won just outside the 18-yard box, Wolmers.
Well, if he continues to play the way he has, as Wolmers come forward, falls favorably for Leng. He'll tell you he was perfectly placed. And what has happened here? Sakani Campbell for STATHS, now with Mark Chambers. Goes forward for Amaria Campbell. Campbell marshaled by Ty McKetty. Campbell goes around, McKetty gets a good cross to Warner Brown, heads it straight at the goalkeeper. Warner Brown will feel he might have done better with that.
For the first time in the game, he didn't have the amount of attention.
Here is Brown. Runs into all that unwanted attention. Back out to Campbell, to Shamar Daly. Daly trying to squeeze through traffic. And Wolmers now can come away unscathed.
Was a free header from Warner Brown. We spoke earlier that he has been marshaled so well by Wolmers, and for that one split second he got so much room, and you felt he should have done better with the header, and that one was straight at goalkeeper Smith. Have a look here, good ball served up in the box, nice hanging ball, and Brown just didn't get a chance to direct it to either side of goalkeeper Leng. He should have done much better with that one.
Denzel Smith in goal for Wolmers. Unable to collect cleanly, but the rush clearance coming.
It was a glorious opportunity though for STATHS to go ahead in this one.
Warner Brown.
I might have been surprised by the amount of space and time he got there, Brown, having been marshaled so much all game.
Has scored 8 goals this season, and this is only his 7th start of the campaign. Didn't play at all in the first round of this competition. What an impact he's made at a critical point of the campaign. Wolmers can make an impact here. Mitchell was looking for something that he's not going to get.
No, it was excellent defensive work from Riley on a yellow card, but on that occasion, no chance of him getting the attention of referee Hamilton. Just went and put his body in between the man and the ball.
Chambers swings it over onto the right, looking for Campbell. For all his dribbling and maybe not passing on a couple of occasions when he should have, he too has been lively this afternoon. Romario Campbell for Stats.
Most definitely, and like I said before, there's so often that you see in games where it's very tactical, difficult for teams to break down each other. It takes one moment of those measly run, and I'm pretty sure he's doing it, and his coach doesn't mind him doing it.
Here he is again on the ball. Marchetti is right there with him, and now he has more company. Oh, well done. Looking for Warner Brown. No space, absolutely none for St. Andrew Technical. McQueen, the captain, wins it now. Daly has options in front of him. Shamar Daly deciding he wanted to go for the spectacular, and it ends up in nothing.
From the moment he got hold of that one, you could see his intention. He was just trying to get a yard of space so he could unleash. In the end, the execution not quite up to par. Certainly not enough to test goalkeeper Smith.
4 shots on target for either team.
Can't separate them on the day so far.
Not in the most important statistics, at least.
Yes, these two teams really give in, as you said, as much as they're getting from each other. And you feel the next goal in this one could just win it.
Philip Williams so calm and relaxed at the start of the match, and now
I think with all that is riding on this game, the fact that he has just over some 20 minutes to go in this one.
The pressure is about to mount. Not only are we at the business end of this competition, we're getting towards the business end of this contest. It's been quite a contest. Wolmers again on the attack. McQueen, the captain. In fact, it was Romario Campbell on the defensive end on that occasion.
I spoke about him being very busy from the game started, Ricardo, and it certainly has been at both ends.
Oh, ball slipping through, almost fell for Daly. Chambers picks it up. Warner Brown. Shamor McLean is in the way. Now Wolmers can go forward. That time it surely was the captain, Stephen McQueen.
He's just trying to get a ball there into that gap to open up the defense. And Thompson really couldn't execute on that occasion.
Chambers heads forward again for Stats. Steps it through for McFarker. McFarker looking for Daly. Too much on it.
Right intention there, but just a bit too much weight on it. Just ran away. But beautiful intention.
McFarker set up the opening goal for St. Andrew Technical, headed in by their captain Stephen McQueen. On that occasion, looking to set up a second. Unsuccessfully so. But Stats will look to come again with Romario Campbell. The workman-like Ty Marchetti wins it though for Wolmers with Deshaun Bernard now. Cuts it back inside for his captain McLean. McLean finds Webster. Webster's left foot was curling all the time, but not enough to get it on target.
You see what he wanted to do. He wanted to nestle that one in the top far corner. Curl was on it, but not curling back enough. first touch though set up enough for him to get that strike off.
Drums, vuvuzelas, hands and feet, they're all going inside the stands at the National Stadium in St. Andrew, Jamaica. 1-1 in this Manning Cup semi-final. Wolmers trying to find an opening. It's been hard.
It's been a pretty much open game though in terms of going from one end of the park to the next. You see how easy it is for both teams to get into the defensive third of the other. So it's at the defensive end though that both teams have been standing firm, but transitioning into each other's defensive third, not much by way of opposition in the middle of the park.
That's on the attack here. Not gonna get that. Over the top. Keeper comes, finds himself in trouble. Oh, did well. Got away with it.
He did very well, and the player really kept himself on side. Good timing of the run.
Webster slips it through, looking for Christopher Matthews.
I think it was Mitchell for Wolmers who really timed his run very well. St. Andrew Technical defenders holding up their hand, appealing for offside. It's never offside, but the goalkeeper, he certainly did well there.
Wolmers plugging away here. The captain with another cross. Mitchell rising high, but not high enough. Ross Mitchell trying to get there. The keeper getting there first, getting a high boot to the ball.
I guess if anywhere else on the park, another player would have been a whistle there for high boot. He did get it, but it was really high.
St. Andrew Technical brings on Nicholas Bennett for Russian McFarka. Goals to his credit this season, Nicholas Bennett. So a young man with 9 goals replacing one with 8.
There's no let up for Wolmers at all with that type of substitution. Speaking about quality in your squad, that I'm a player with 9 goals, they'll be coming off the bench.
The first card played by St. Andrew Technical. Where will Wolmers' response come?
In the field being installed as favourite, they have to push this game. St. Andrew Technical.
Bennett's first touch gives the football away. And Dwayne Allen was trying to head forward. Oh, brilliantly done by Allen. The Wolmers centre-back venturing forward. He loved it.
Showed good skill there, more that you would see in an accomplished attacker. And look at the dive, belatedly.
He is a centre-back who is capable of playing in the middle of the park, and saw the evidence of that just now.
Definitely so. It's a player who was in the middle of the park last season. So, and you see that a lot with teams this season, Ricardo, and you know, I am also a coach who is a supporter of that, who tend to put good ball handlers at the center of your defense, especially when you want to play out from the back, especially when you want to be a possession-based team, and we see a lot of that occurring this season. I mean, my central defender this season played for 3 seasons for William Knibb at central midfield. So it's something which is pretty much becoming fast part of the game. Here we have Campbell. And they're encouraging where they're going to Campbell, you know, psychologically they're saying, look, he was grimacing, and they're saying, look, you can continue.
Mitchell.
Adair sticking out a boot to stop the cross going into the danger zone there, in the danger area.
Corner kick number 5 coming up for Wolmers.
And every time they get one of these, you really have to see and focus on Webster, because he's their danger player in these type of set pieces.
Shatmore McLean steps up directly.
Leng there just plucking that one out. And as I said so often, he's the man who starts the attack, looking to try and hit Wolmers on the counter.
76th minute of this semi-final. Still level. St Andrew Technical took the lead. Wolmers responded.
Those goals coming so long ago. First one was in the 10th minute of play, and Russell in the 15th. It's a long time ago.
60 minutes ago the last one came in game time, more in actual time. Third yellow card of the game. First one to a St Andrew Technical player. It's Romario Campbell who gets it.
I think Tyree Smith might have gotten one earlier. Oh yeah, it wasn't Smith at the time. It was Clark who had gotten it for Wolmers. So yeah, it's the first there.
The clock ticking. A place in the Manning Cup final for 2019 at stake. One of these teams will be beaten for the first time in the Manning Cup this season.
As the saying goes, they'll see what a stage to be, or stage of the competition to experience your first loss. It will be very difficult to take.
St Andrew Technical installed as favourites after that magnificent performance against St George's College. Wolmers have quietly gone about their business.
Yeah, I suspect what Coach Thomas would have told them in motivating them for this one, that despite St Andrew Technical doing so well all season and installed as favourite and playing some good football, it is just a one-off game, and so often you can see teams installed as favourites, losing in these critical games.
Wolmers started the campaign as one of the favourites, but I think after they were brushed aside really and in the first 10 minutes by Clarendon College, here they come. Noel Walker gets it away. After they were outplayed within the first 10 minutes by Clarendon College, then many people became skeptical about their quality, but here they are in the last 12 to 15 minutes of the semi-final, in with a glorious chance of being back in the Manning Cup final.
And they would have pointed to the fact that they played games close to that Clarendon clash and might have been a bit legged in that encounter. But these two teams also have that in common, both of them losing to Clarendon.
Wolmers about to make a substitution. Their 15-year-old Javier Smith. Javier Lynch, who has scored 7 goals this season, replacing Deshaun Bernard. They call this young man Beast Mode. And have a look at him. You can have a guess why.
perhaps the player who has been fouled the most, you feel, in this game. Gets another one. Daly there, confirmation that he has picked up a yellow card.
Fourth yellow card of the contest, and the teams are 2-2 in that department now. Wolmers would love to go to 2 in the goals department, over the top.
Riley has been given a yellow card also for STATHS, along with Daly and Campbell. So there are 3, they're ahead. They would want to go ahead in this one as well, being the favourites.
Very much so. Very much so. Corner kick. Oh, not handled well. Oh, whistle goes.
Laying there, not comfortable with how he was handled just now with that corner kick coming in. Felt he had a shove in the back from the substitute. Let's talk about beast.
Just one chance, just one touch could make the difference. '82nd minute. And just in case you've forgotten, no penalties in schoolboy football. Sorry, no extra time. They go directly to penalties if the score remains level at the end of regulation time.
But based on the 2 substitutions from both teams, you suspect they want to win it in regulation time. Lynch, he has also 7 goals to his name this season.
Corner kick coming up for St Andrew Technical. What can they produce from this?
They did. Their goal came from a corner, so I feel confident that they could get a good opportunity here, a good chance to go ahead in this one.
Shamar Daly flicked on over the top by Nicholas Bennett, the substitute.
It's a good overhead kick there. Well,
wow.
In the end,
accurately took the head.
Tried to execute it, didn't come off. Maybe if he had made good contact, he would have had goalkeeper Smith having some work to do.
10 shots for St Andrew Technical, 4 on target, 6 for Wolmers, 4 on target.
A number of shots going up, but the on target remaining the same, has been 4 for a while. Anxious moments, you feel. Both set of technical team will know that it's getting too close for comfort. Dreaded penalties looming, but 6 or so minutes to go. A lot of time for us to get a winner in regular time.
3 really good years for St Andrew Technical. They want to cap it off with the trophy. This would not be enough for them 3rd time around. It just wouldn't. STATHS with another chance to go forward. Russell, the goal scorer, down for Wolmers. Play will continue without him. You will see lots of nail biting in the next 6 minutes and more.
Could go further. if he gets to penalties, for sure.
This is where you earn your hype. With the score locked at 1-1, Warner Brown has been taken off. Free kick coming in, headed away. Shot back in, corner kick for STATHS. Andre Morris has been brought onto the park. Warner Brown has been well marked out today.
Very well marshalled. Wolmers would be very pleased with the work they've done on Warner Brown. You know how dangerous he is.
Ball delivered inside the area. The goalkeeper fumbles, but under an illegal touch.
And the biggest in frame is goalkeeper Smith.
McQueen trying to get in there for another header. It was a header that got them the lead. STATHS looking to finish strong. Chambers. For Mikel Riley, who sends it long.
We'll wait to see with the time running out and we're getting closer and closer to the 90th minute whether or not we'll see a lot of movement from both benches, because we've seen in this season schoolboy football where a lot of teams have their specialists in penalty taking and goalkeepers who they think can do a number in terms of stopping penalties. So as we get closer, we'll wait to see if we'll see with these two teams who would have been venturing in that area, uncharted territories, for the first time this season if it was to go to penalties, because they have never had that this season.
You will see a variety of emotions. One of these teams never dominates for too long. The momentum seems to swing. The play generally from end to end. And now STATHS on the front foot. With the substitute, Morris. His cross had no one in the box for St. Andrew Technical.
It was more turning out to be a shot in the end. The goalkeeper Smith there, a little bit concerned, but yeah, nothing to aim at. And it's unusual that you would not see at this stage.
Philip Williams didn't want it to come to this.
Would not have expected it to come to this as well. A lot of persons felt that would have been a victory for St. Andrew Technical quite early in this one.
Now that they're here, they both have to deal with it. Chambers. Daly. Goes right. Morris gets it. Trying to pick a pass. 90th minute. We are in the 90th minute. Campbell. The captain McLean positions himself well. The cross now comes in. Comes out to Chambers. Chambers decides to go for a shot. Mark Chambers, the 18-year-old who has scored 3 goals this season, but couldn't keep that one down.
Again, he was well positioned for that second ball coming out, the clearance. But as you saw there, had enough time to strike on goal. Chambers, I should have done a lot better. I think I got a glimpse there on screen just now. Seen goalkeeper for STATHS warming up. So I suspect if it goes to penalties, where it's heading to, they will be looking to make a change in that department.
STATHS trying to catch Wolmers on the counter. Denzel Smith comes and does well in goal. We are into 4 minutes of time to be added. If we do not have another goal in that period, then we will go to penalties to decide this first semi-final of the ISSA Digicel Manning Cup for 2019.
It was a good link-up play, one-touch football there from STATHS. Opened up Wolmers, but final pass, too much on it.
STATHS want to finish it here. Trying to burst through.
You felt on that occasion, Morris was in a position where Bennett could have just passed to him and given him a chance to shoot at goal.
Morris looking to get it back. STATHS really pressing at the finish here.
And they look the team most likely to win it at this stage of the competition, at this stage of the contest.
And they have a free kick. The Wolmers players not pleased with the decision. Romaria Campbell down and in pain. St. Andrew Technical with a chance to test goalkeeper Denzel Smith, who gets a yellow card. That was unnecessary. Not at this stage. Tempers flaring.
I could see why, and I can see why Wolmers a little bit disappointed there, because Thompson would have felt that he got the ball. On that evidence there, have the reason to have been protesting his innocence. And the goalkeeper Smith there would have been better served to stay away from all of that and just get his team organized to defend this.
Audit Hamilton would have none of it.
But it will be controversial if they were to score from this one. All that went on in terms of the protest from Wolmers, and on the evidence of the replay, it felt that second time around, Thompson really got the ball.
93rd minute free kick for St. Andrew Technical High School, the 1987 champions, the 2017 finalists, semi-finalists in the last 3 years. Shamar Daly stands over it. 8 goals to his credit this season. Daly's cross, and his free kick is cleared away. Comes out to Meeks, who's shot his charge down. You get the feeling STATHS are trying to avoid penalties. And the Wolmers defense, like they have been pretty much all day, on point. McLean sends it forward.
He needed a really good pass there, McLean. He overcooked that one.
Audit Hamilton has seen enough of regular time. Penalties will decide semi-final 1 in the ISSA Digicel Manning Cup for 2019. We are here.
And they are here for the first time, these two teams, as we said this season, not involved in any penalty shootout.
This is where you have to forget about everything that has gone on before. This is where you have to focus on what is ahead of you. And what is ahead of you is a penalty shootout for a chance to be in the Manning Cup final for 2019. Titles don't come easy, and these are the moments that you have to get through.
You talk about them having to forget, yes, they're going to have to keep their heads focused on the task at hand, because this is, if they were nervous coming into this encounter, this is going to be even more nerve-wracking what is to come.
Conroy O'Mealy, the head of the physical education department, trying to get his boys prepared or help prepare them for this shootout. Full time at the National Stadium in St. Andrew, Jamaica. First semi-final of the Manning Cup for 2019. St. Andrew Technical 1, Wolmers 1. Let's have a look at the goal. Started in the 9th minute. McFarker with the cross. Stephen McQueen with a brilliant diving header to make it 1-0.
Beautiful header. Wolmers had bodies around him, but none of them really doing anything to prevent him from getting his head on that one. And you felt a goalkeeper could have done better.
His 7th goal of the season. 5 minutes later, Wolmers on the attack. A mistake made at the back by Noel Walker. Orlando Russell slipped in and slipped it past the advancing goalkeeper to level things at 1-1.
Once the goalkeeper came, there was not going to be any chance for him. Russell was well onto it and placed it to the far corner. Again, Walker would have been disappointed with that recovery run he made, and he let Russell in.
Those 2 goals bring us here. The statistics first. 13 shots for STATHS, 6 on target, 7 for Wolmers, 4 on target. 18 fouls committed by St. Andrew Technical, 14 by Wolmers. 3 yellow cards apiece, 6 corners for STATHS, 5 for Wolmers, and STATHS bossing possession 55% to 45%. So now, penalties. The final prayer, the final huddle, a show of support from the bench to those on the park. St. Andrew Technical will kick first. They start with the head of their party, the captain, Stephen McQueen. McQueen settles himself, so does Denzel Smith. That was cool. That was really cool from the St. Andrew Technical captain. He completes his game in fine style.
Has been an excellent game. Scored the goal in regular time for St. Andrew Technical. That one was roofed, and you're not saving that as a goalkeeper. Very well executed penalty there from McQueen.
The desired start for STATHS. Now over to Wolmers. Over to Dwayne Allen. Played midfield for them last season, centre back today. Oh, how about that? Confidence.
Very confident. I saw him before the kick started, beating his chest that he was going to go first. That's unsavable. That one way into that bottom corner. That occasion, goalkeeper Lang just rooted to the spot.
1-1,
not wasting his energy on that one.
St. Andrew Technical using up their defenders early in this shootout. Noel Walker, the 18-year-old in his 4th season of playing the Manning Cup, has started in all games for them this season. His shot is saved. Denzel Smith picking the right spot. And Wolmers draw first blood.
Again, you felt Walker, he was the one culpable with the goal, and Smith though looked like he was off his line. Maybe that penalty should have been retaken, but Walker was poor when Wolmers scored, and again poor from 12 yards.
There has been some amount of inconsistency, I think, with that rule in schoolboy football this season. The captain, McLean. McLean rolls it in with consummate ease. And it's Wolmers. It's Wolmers. 2-1 up after 2 each. All the pressure now on St. Andrew Technical.
Wolmers there, same spot, picking the same spot. Good penalties. I get the feeling they did practice those penalties because the execution very, very good. But I think the assistant referee standing right at the 6-yard box there on the goal line needs to be looking at where the goalkeepers placing their foot. I mean, one of their feet must be on the line. And
Shamar Daly stepping up for St. Andrew Technical. Got a yellow card in the 80th minute. That doesn't matter now. He just wants to put this in. Past Denzel Smith. He does it. Just rolls it to his left. Smith was once again leaning to his right.
And also off his line again. If you can look at it here. It's way off it. We saw it from the front shot. Started off his line.
Shamar Daly gets St. Andrew Technical level, but the third round, not yet complete. Rivaldo Mitchell. Both Wolmers players have gone to the goalkeeper's right so far. Mitchell goes to the left and is brilliantly saved. Anticipated that well. Stats back in it. Bumper Hall is jumping.
Very much the case here. That Stats are back in it. Mitchell Poor went down the middle. Again, laying equal to it.
The Wolmers vice captain denied. 2-2.
These two teams not really separating themselves.
Nicholas Bennett came on as a substitute in the 72nd minute. Now with a chance to put his team ahead in the shootout. He's gonna have to wait. He's gonna have to wait. You don't want to have to wait in this moment.
Not at all. As a penalty taker, once you walk up there, you want to spot it and get it over and done with. All this way builds up the anxiety in you.
Now he has to stand face to face, eyeball to eyeball with Denzel Smith.
Both of them not looking at each other at the moment. Smith would have used the opportunity to steer him down.
Had this been Peter Sinclair, we would have been in for some antics.
A long time ago.
Nicholas Bennett against Denzel Smith. Bennett against Smith. Bennett converts. Stats back in front. You can see what that means to him.
Bennett, you felt all the shenanigans that he was going on with before the kick. He better scored, and he did.
Rashane Thompson steps forward. He's only scored 1 goal in the Manning Cup for 2019. Here he is for Wolmers, trying to keep them in it. Keep them level or get them level. He misses. Now Bumper Hall is really rocking.
Didn't show the type of confidence when he walked up to it. And then just got under it too much, leaning back all the time, and didn't get that one on target.
It wasn't for a lack of confidence.
He struck it well, but certainly leaning back all the time underneath the ball. That was only destined to go over.
Now, Tyree Smith to win it for STATHS. Smith steps up. Smith scores! Cilantro Technical are going back to the Malin Cup showpiece. Tyree Smith with poise and calm has confirmed their place there. Bumper Hall will be celebrating tonight. 2 years ago, they lost in a penalty shootout in the final to Jamaica College. And now they have learned. Wolmers fall short again. 1994 is still counting, but 1987 still has a chance.
That you talk about pressure, we talk about penalties and having nerves of steel. That one, pressure, Smith.